Hello everyone, VanguardOfValor here, and welcome back on board the VSS Pantheon. This is another episode of FTL, and we are hopefully going to wreak some havoc once again. Our Pantheon of gods includes Ares, Horus, Thor, and Mars, covering Greek, Roman, Egyptian, and Norse mythology. We have our pair of identical gods here, Ares and Mars, who are effectively the same person, in our teleporter ready to board enemy ships while they're burning to death and wreak some havoc up close. Meanwhile, our crew hangs back in there. Nice black and red rock cruiser type B to provide some support. Now we're going to jump straight into the action here in the Zoltan controlled sector. Once again, that's 3 Zoltan controlled sectors in a row, which is pretty unusual. We have a Zoltan quest over there, which is our Zoltan cruiser quest, so we're going to head over to that and see if we can't get some free stuff, and here we go. The AI of a nearby small rebel scout immediately identifies us as a threat and engages. You'll notice this symbol here is new. This identifies that that system has no air in it. Instead of having just that bright yellow or bright outline on the room, you now have this striped flooring. This is actually something that came up while they were testing out. I should actually swap to my heavy pierce laser, come to think of it. Oh, I can't do that. This might not work very well. Didn't think about that. We can't light fires, and we're going to be hard-pressed to fight them with our Rockmen because there's no oxygen. But you know what? We're going to do it anyway. We're going to teleport into their ship and punch them to death while suffocating. Since we have level 2 teleporter, we should be able to teleport them up before they die, and we should be able to take out their weapons on the way. So as long as we take out that Artemis missile, I'm not too worried, but it looks like that's going to have to wait until next boarding party, which is unfortunate. Keep going there, gentlemen. You have a little bit of health left. They missed us with that one. You have just enough to knock out the missile, which is great. Get back on board here. Go heal up in the medbay, and we'll come back again for the second salvo. That heavy laser is not going to be able to do any damage to us. We can heal up with impunity. This heavy pierce laser is basically useless now, since they're down to 3 bars of shields possible. We're not going to be able to hurt anyone with that, but it will be good for taking out Zoltan shields, so we're going to hold on to it for the time being, rather than wasting our rockets. We're going to teleport back into their weapons and do some more damage. Hopefully we can take that Artemis missile out again before it fires, but that would be fairly unlikely at this point. There it goes. Yes, right before we knock it out, they managed to get another shot off, but it misses anyway, so it's not the end of the world. We do have 45% evasion, which is pretty darn good. We also knocked out that system completely. When we teleport back on our own ship, we should prepare our heavy pierce laser, because it will be doing all the damage in this fight once we get the shields knocked out. Otherwise, we will be doing very, very slow damage, only being able to do 1 damage as we knock out the final layer of each system. By taking out the shields, though, we'll make the heavy pierce be able to get through this layers, he says. Be able to get through all these different layers and be able to do some damage again. Also, if we can spread out where the actual damage is, it'll make them have to split up their repairs instead of just repairing the weapon system. Generally, the enemy AI prioritizes shields as highly as possible, so this should work out in our favor, although we only will be able to take out 1 bubble of shields per visit. This may be a very, very slow process. There's no point in trying to use our fire weapons against them, because as was mentioned earlier, actually this will work out great. If we time it just right, we should be able to knock out that second bubble. Not happening. Okay, back on board. Nice try, gentlemen. Back to the medbay. Heal yourselves before you burn to death. And the rocket launcher is, of course, back online. Lovely. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go straight for the shields this time. We're going to hopefully take out the rockets with our heavy pierce once we take the shields down, and everything should work out just fine. They hit another empty room, and I'm okay with that. Once these guys are fully healed, we can send them back to the teleporter and work on killing these suckers. Power fully into the engines to help us dodge better, because we're taking some hits here. Taking some hits. Worst part is, there's nothing I can do about this. I just have to sit here and take it as my people get pummeled. Hopefully they'll knock out that shield bar right now, and then we can hit them quickly. Otherwise, we're going to keep taking hits for no reason. I just accidentally clicked early. We missed anyway, so it looks like it doesn't matter after all. We did knock out that layer of shields. Finally, hopefully we'll be able to actually knock out their weapons in a second with this rocket laser. Here we go. There we go, knocked out that thing. Our people are suffocating those, so get them out of there. Our next shot will have to hit in the shields, otherwise they will repair those too quickly for my liking. Walker, get in the oxygen. Heavy pierce laser into the shields. And we missed. We really should be taking out their helm, but I'm taking the quick route, trying to prevent them from pairing as quickly as possible, which is not the best way of doing things. Shields are now offline. Fire is not a big deal, but the fact that they're offline is. Next shot is going in the helm to make sure that they don't dodge us as easily as they have been. Boop. There we go. Now they're not dodging us at all. We can send these guys back to the teleporter, although they will not be teleporting for the remainder of this fight. Heavy Pierce Laser in the weapons to knock their weapons out completely, and now we have a free reign over this battle. We took a lot of damage in there, but in the end, we have been able to defeat our enemies. Hit them in the shields to make sure they don't bring back another shield layer. Not that it matters with a heavy pierce. It still would be inconvenient, though. And one more in the engines to finish this ship off. Here we go. One more heavy pierce, and down they go. It's a good thing they didn't have a cloaking device, otherwise this would have been much more difficult. The ship explodes, leaving behind 40 scrap, 3 fuel, and a drone part. Thank you. Okay, we have a distress beacon right ahead of us. Let's jump to that and see what they have. Ooh, nice purple. I like it. The distress signal is coming from a small space station orbiting an uninhabited planet. Their satellite defenses have gone haywire, and the repair crew can't approach without being fired on. Well, luckily for them, we have an NG on board, so we're going to remotely repair their targeting system. Boop boop boop. Our crew member is able to remotely fix the glitch in the defense AI, allowing the repair crew to close in and finish the job. The station thanks us and gives us a fairly nice reward, consisting of 1 missile, a drone part, 53 scrap, and a defense drone Mark 1. Well, thank you, gentlemen. Let us keep moving. We can head over here, or we can head into the nebula. Doo-doo-doo-doo. We'll head over here, and then we'll take a look in the nebula after that. And at this orange planet, we find a debris field that used to be a Zoltan cruiser. Unfortunately, its NG escort takes us for the attacker and immediately retaliates. They refuse all hails, because they're fools. Fools, I tell you. Well, we're going to jump directly into their ship and hopefully wreak some havoc in their weapons bay. We're going to move out for a second once our firebomb is prepped and burn it out, and then we're going to head back in and punch the people who are trying to repair it. They have no medbay in this ship, so we should be able to defeat them pretty easily, as long as they don't hit us too often with those attacks. They have already sent in the second wave of NG. We're going to jump out of the weapons bay for a quick second here, as we set it on fire, and then move back in. There we go. Head back in there and punch those poor guys. We don't take away all opportunities for them to do damage to us by burning out their weapons as quickly as possible. There we go. They can no longer hurt us because their weapons are completely destroyed. The remaining NG are going to try and run through the fire. He's going to die on the way to me. Most likely. Yes, he did. He burned up in the fire, and the other one dies fighting us. There are no more life signs remaining on the ship, so we strip it of useful materials, getting a fuel, a missile, and 57 scrap. Lots of money. Loads of money! As to quote the Killing Floor game. What a game that is. I am wielding this door! We don't actually have any doors, so that isn't really appropriate at this point, but you know what? I don't really care. Send him back in there, get them back where they need to be, and we're going to spend some more money, I think. What can we spend some more money on, though? Nothing, really. There's nothing we need to spend money on. Maybe we'll just hold on to our money for a little bit longer. There is an ion storm there, so we're not going there. We're going to head through this part of the nebula and hopefully find a better route that way. Inside this nebula, we detect a huge rogue planet drifting through space. On its surface, a huge monolith, visible at this distance, even to the naked eye. A Zoltan elder hails us from the planet. Through luck or intent, you have discovered the Great Eye. Look into its depths and receive your just desert. Let's look in a little bit closer. As we approach the planet carefully, trying to keep our ship from breaking up in orbit, the monolith, whatever it is, must sense as much, because the next thing we know, we have enough scrap to patch up our damage and more besides. Another free 56 scrap. I will take it. Let's head over here and see if we can jump over to this part of space and get some more stuff done over there. Zoop! There should be nothing here, but we're going to take a look anyway. We find nothing. Without active sensors, we have no other option but to look out of the viewports in apprehension. It's eerily quiet. These are the nebula that come with the new mod for graphical integrity. It is not the old one, as you can obviously tell. They're quite nice, though. I'm not sure if I like them more than the old one, but they're pretty cool. Let's jump ahead to the quest beacon, and we'll see what we can get over in this part of space before heading to the exit. Zoop. Let's see if we can get some more free resources from the Zoltan. It should be very unlikely that we don't. We arrive at the location specified by the peace-loving Zoltan, but the only thing nearby is a rebel ship closing in fast. We found you. You're not getting away this time, they say, but we attempt to hail them regardless. They open communications. I can't imagine there's anything you can say that will save you. The rebellion must destroy those that are still loyal to the obsolete Federation. Well, what we're going to say is, perhaps there could be a reconciliation of our ideals without war. Our other options do not result in a successful outcome. Boop. Our ideals are too different to be so easily reconciled. You think this could end any way but war? You can say that the galaxy is huge. You can find a place for your ideals elsewhere without causing this destruction. Or we could say, true progress can only be achieved without bloodshed. And although that's incredibly corny, it is the correct answer. Boop. Suddenly, all indications of the rebel ship fade away, and a Zoltan fleet appears around us. The captain of the ship we met previously materializes on our bridge. Although your methods are crude and most certainly ineffective, it is clear you took our previous meeting to heart. If your ship represents the Federation's willingness to adapt, we shall do what we can to aid in the fight. They give us 51 scrap and a heavy laser Mark II. Not the best of weapons, but definitely not a bad one. With that pretty heavy firepower there, that gives us 4 damage in that salvo. Pretty good. We have a whole pile of money too. We could probably upgrade some things to get that active. Not that we really need it, but hey, why not? In the meantime, however, we're going to look at nothing, I think. I could get level 4 shields just for kicks. That might be nice. A little bit more incredibly overpowered defenses. Sure, why not? We have the money to spare anyway. Stick that in there. Now we have level 4 shields. No one will hurt us now. Excuse me. And we are going to jump forward. You have a whole pile of jumps. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be good. Let's see a little bit closer. Let them come a little bit closer. A ship refueling station is stationed at this beacon. We can buy fuel here if we want. Well, we don't really want, but we'll buy 3 for 6 scrap anyway. Boop. Thank you for their business, they say. Thank you for the fuel, we say. There's a store over there, but we have no money left, so we're going to circle back around this way. 1. What do we have here? We have a rebel ship. We move in to engage. We attempt to open communications, but realize the futility of that action when we see the ship is run by an AI. Well, luckily for us, they have no shields, so we're going to go straight for the heavy laser here. Need 1 more power bar for that. 1 more for the heavy laser. And we are going to pummel them into the ground with some heavy firepower. However, we're also going to teleport into the helm and make sure we destroy that sucker before we try and shoot. So we're just going to hold on to this for a second. If we can eliminate their ability to dodge, which is going to be incredibly high since they have no supplementary systems. When the ships are like this, they're the most dangerous because they have no cloak, they have no shield to waste power on. It all goes into engine power. There we go, we smashed out their helm. They are not going to be dodging us today. Hit them with a heavy laser in the weapons. Pow pow. There we go, knocked everything out except for their heavy laser Mark II. We're going to send our rockmen over to heal up for the current time, and then we're going to heavy laser them again in the weapons, make them completely harmless. Actually, you know what? Instead, we'll hit them in the engines, because that way, if they do manage to repair the first layer of their helm, their dodging will not be so incredibly powerful. Let's put a hole in the ship. Turns out if there are holes in AI ships, they can't repair the damage done to the rooms. Since they can't repair the damage done to the hull, which is a higher priority thing, they literally just sit there unable to fix the damage. And I'm quite okay with that. The ship explodes, giving us a missile, a drone part, and 43 scrap, and we are going to heal up our rockmen. Should have been doing that earlier, but I forgot I actually needed to dedicate some power to it, so whatever, my mistake. Power back where it's supposed to be, heal up our rockmen, send them back down to the teleporter. And how actually long is the charge on those? Because I bet it's 10 seconds on the heavy pierce, and the heavy laser Mark II is 13 seconds. So that's actually not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Regardless, we are going to jump forwards, put power back into the teleporter, and jump over here. We have at this lovely location. We have a green-looking, very toxic, noxious planet. A missile shoots across our bow when the jump completes, however, and scans quickly reveal a ship with pirate markings pursuing an unknown vessel. The pirate hails us, saying, "Damn it! We weren't expecting company. Stay out of this and you could profit." We could accept their paltry bribe, we could also be trying to be a hero and attack that stinking pirate. Get them. The pirate ship stops its pursuit and locks weapons. Unfortunately for them, they also have no medbay, so we're just going to jump in and punch them in the face. There's no way they can beat Mars and Ares, both level 2 fighters. They're going down. They might be able to hit us maybe one time. They have a dual heavy laser, and a burst laser Mark II, so they could potentially do some damage, but only if they have incredibly good accuracy, which they do not. Down go the 2 humans in a matter of moments, and we'll have the ship all to ourselves. There we go. The pirates are all dead, leaving the ship dead in space. We scrounge what we can from them before contacting their former prey. We get 3 fuel, drone part, and 30 scrap. Not much more than they offered, honestly. Upon closer inspection, we realized the ship under attack was a rebel scout. It's too damaged to put up much of a fight. We could use the leverage we gained by saving their lives to convince them to delay the pursuing fleet, but we have nowhere to go at this point, so we're just going to destroy the ship and salvage it. There's another 21 scrap, another drone part, and another missile. Thank you. Send our rockmen back to their own ship, get them healed up in the med bay, nice and quick, and we should be ready to move on to the next area pretty quick. Heal them up to full, and send them to the teleporter. We have 123 scrap. We could spend it on something, although I'm probably going to save up some money and pump it into our weapons bay, because as it stands, we're not going to be able to beat the flagship like this. We need to be able to actually wield some firepower here, otherwise we're not going to be doing anything. Send these guys down here, and then we'll work our way to the exit with our remaining jump. Here we are. Another unmanned ship patrols this area. We prepare our ship for combat. Unfortunately, they have cloak, which means this may be very, very, very unhealthy for us. They have bombs and a level 3. What we're going to do is actually, we're going to devote power into... Oh, we can't even do that. If we can take out one layer of shields, we can try and take them out with our heavy laser Mark II. As it stands, though, we're probably going to want to try and take out the first layer of shields manually. We should be able to do that before their cloak is able to recharge, as long as we only go for one layer. And luckily for us, the ion bomb missed. All of those lasers just about didn't, though. So if we're nice and lucky here, we can take out one layer of shields, or take out 2 layers of shields because they have an extra layer. That's no good. And then we'll be able to power... Oh, I'm powering up the firebomb still! Power up the heavy laser Mark II, please. Power up the heavy laser Mark II, please. There we go. Get them back on board our ship. There we go. They're down. Get them out of there, because they're going to be powering up their systems in a moment or two. They miss again with the ion bomb, which is great, and here comes the cloak. Good thing we got out of there just in time. Get them into the med bay and get that thing healing us. Although I have to wait till our teleporter is out of charge before I can start up that healing process. Okay, there we go. Heal up. Ion bomb is ready to launch. Here it comes. It's going to hit us in the weapons, isn't it? No, it missed again. Very nice. Now we should be safe from that missile, and that burst laser Mark III, unless they get really lucky with their aim. Hit them with the... Oh, you hit once, but you missed the one that mattered. Of course you did. Okay, we're going to send our rocket crew team in. Our rocket crew team! Next time they come out of a cloak so that we can actually try and make sure the shield is back up to full. We can't do anything now until they cloak again, because if we jump in now, they're going to cloak, and our guys are going to suffocate. Okay, they've cloaked, and that means we can charge in next time and try and do some damage. We have to take out that shield layer, otherwise our heavy laser just can't do what it needs to do. We're going to teleport in as soon as they appear, and then try and heavy laser them in the helm this time, so we can actually hit them before they dodge again. Jump into the teleporter. We're going to hit them with a heavy laser in the helm in just a matter of moments, once their defenses go down. If we get lucky, we'll get 2 hits in here. Yes, we did. They can no longer dodge us. Fantastic. Once our teleporter recharges, we'll get them out of there, which should be still in plenty of time to avoid the second cloak. Yes, it is. Awesome. They knocked out our engines, though, which is not ideal. Not ideal at all. Wow, that did it do 8 damage to us? It shouldn't have. It shouldn't have. That's crazy. Wow. I think we only had 4 power bars in there, though, which means we're going to get hit a whole bunch here. And that's not so good. Not so good at all. It means the next ion bomb they launch is also going to hit us, unless it takes just long enough for the ion bomb to recharge for us to recover from that damage. We're waiting until they come out of cloak. Oh, and here it comes before we have a chance to dodge it. Luckily, it hits our radar, which is not the most important room we have. Hit them in the shield so we can knock out that defense. There we go. They did hit us, but not enough to get through our shields, which is good. Send these guys back down to where they need to be. Power back into there. Oh, this is a tense fight. Now we should be able to kill them pretty easily, though. We can keep pummeling their shields down. They can't dodge us. We only have to hit them one more time to kill them. Unless we get really unlucky at this point, they can't stop us. So they are cloaked, but that's okay. We can chill out here while they are hiding, and we can pummel them in the face when they reappear. Their helm has recovered, though, so the chance is we're going to miss with at least one of these shots, but probably not going to miss with both of them. Heavy Laser Mark II hit them in somewhere, and they will go down. Take them out, and down goes the rebels. Nice try. Alright, the ship explodes, giving us a missile, a drone part, and another 34 scrap. Nice, nice, nice. And we will jump to the exit just in time. Here we go. At the exit we find a long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, we can jump, and wow, while we're looking there, we find the debris from a battle scattered around the system. A few pieces bounce against our ship, and we scan them, finding 26 scrap and another heavy laser Mark II. This is going to be a very heavy laser Mark II based defense, or offense rather. If we have those weapons there, that'll be powerful against the last ship. That's about 8 damage in lasers. Not the best, you could do definitely better, but it's better than anything else we could have arranged at this moment. And the firebombs, of course, doing the ever necessary burning damage. Set those up, power back in the teleporter, and we are going to jump to Sector 6. Here we go. NG Homeworlds or Rock Controlled Sector? Well, it's not Rock Homeworlds like we hoped for, but there's no point going here unless it is Rock Homeworlds, so we're going to go to the NG Homeworlds and hope this one is for the rocks. If it is, that'd be fantastic, because it means we get a chance to go to the Crystal Sector after all, but we are going to take our chances and go to the NG Homeworlds for now. Here we go. And we found a nice blue planet. We've arrived in NG space, the Mantis have been threatening the NG core worlds, we should be able to stock up for our journey. Well, that's all well and good, but I need to go for just a second, so I'll be right back. Alright, well, sorry about that, there's been a lot of interruptions today. Nothing I can do about it though. Let's put some power into our weaponry, and some more power into power bars, so we have the ability to actually activate more of our items. And let's jump to distress beacon right there. Let's head to this beacon, and we'll head to the distress beacon and see what they want. What's over here? We find a quiet spaceport, immediately hailed by another ship at port with a once-in-a-lifetime deal. They offer to trade us 3 missiles for 3 dome parts. But no, thank you, I will happily ignore that offer. Let's see what the distress beacon wants. They want... oh, they got a red planet there and a purple background. We find a number of ships fleeing from a small space station. We hail them asking what's wrong and discover they're being overrun by giant alien spiders. But I'm afraid of getting murdered by giant alien spiders because despite having a great melee team, we will get killed if we go to that beacon. So we're going to leave them alone. I'm sorry, gentlemen. We're prepared to jump onwards. That's 2 bad jumps. That's no good. Let's jump to this distress beacon and see what they want instead. Ooh, very red. I like it. We arrive at the beacon and immediately detect a pirate ship. It seems this distress beacon was a trap. But that's okay, they've got nothing on board there. They've got some fairly hefty weaponry, but I'm not too worried about the people who are actually there. So we're going to come over here and punch this guy to death, and then we're going to teleport on their ship and make them regret ever fighting us. Oh, yes. Starting by firebombing their medbay. Sounds like a good way to start any fight, if you ask me. Our firebombs are more or less loaded. They have done a small bomb in an empty room. That worked out well for us. They have another bomb, which is an ion bomb, which is going to hit us in an empty room. And a whole pile of lasers coming in here. But it looks like none of them are going to hit us, so I'm okay with that, too. We're going to send our Rockman in, but only after setting fire to the medbay. Fime on. Bow! And we jump in there so that when they come to fight us, they are going to meet with a grisly end. And they hit us in the radar that time. Let's get in there and smash that. Their medbay is destroyed, so the fact that is that they are very unlikely to live any further than they currently are. That guy ran out. That's cool. Let's chase him down. He should be hiding out here. He should come and fight us once we leave the room. Unfortunately for that Zoltan, he's going to die. And the NG doesn't seem too bothered. He is dead already. There are no more life signs remaining on the ship, so he's chipped at useful materials, getting a fuel, a drone part, and 56 scrap. Lovely. Also, our radar is slowly getting repaired. We're going to jump our guys back on board our own ship and get them healed up as well. Looks like they got a small bomb off in the engines as well before everything quieted down there. There's nothing we can do about that. Power back into the medbay. Get them healed up as well. You know what? You should get in there and help him repair because that's your job, Walker. You are our repair bot. Mobile repair champion. Thor, you're going to need to heal up in a second too, so we'll send Ares and Mars out of the medbay, send Thor in there. On board the VSS Pantheon, we have a selection of gods, and they all work in great succession. They have no arguments over believers or anything like that, because they are all good friends. That's what I say, anyway. Let's get out of here. We got some beacons over there we can jump to. We can jump all over the place in here, but I'm going to jump this way. Fight some people. The more people we can fight, the more money we can get. After a short time, we receive a message saying, "Hello, I hope it's not a bother, but I'm looking for an escort to a nearby system. This region is quite dangerous and our ship is not well armed." We agree to help them. They give us a fuel in return. Nothing great, but they will probably fight us when we get there, so that'll be okay. "Great," they say. "Take this bit of fuel as down payment. We'll be one step behind you following your jump signatures. We don't want to take any risks now, do we?" I'm sure you don't. I'm sure this is a trap anyway. Quest beac's way over there. You give us 1 fuel to take us 9 jumps? That's paltry. Take a quick drink here and I'll be right back. Lovely. I still have the very slight remnants of my cold, so if I don't drink a lot while I am speaking like this, things don't work out so well for me. We stumble across a forward scout of the rebel fleet once we arrive here. They're powering up their FTL, and if they get away, they will no doubt warn the fleet of our position, but we can't have that now, can we? We are going to jump into their helm, set fire to it, and punch them to death in there. Hello, gentlemen! They have an attack drone and a bunch of lasers, but that's not too bad. We're going to firebomb them in the helm in a second. In the meantime, we're going to punch these guys, then they're going to run to the medbay, and that's not going to be best for us, but that's okay, because as long as we can take out their medbay, there's nothing they can do. So we're going to get them down here, and firebomb up in there. Pow! Get our guys back up there, and see if anyone wants to come and fix it, because I doubt they're going to. Lots of lasers coming at us, but for the most part, it looks like not too much is actually happening here. They're going to go through all our drone parts in no time if they keep spamming them at us like this, and I'm okay with that. I've got no problems with murdered repair bots, although I'm not sure if repair bots can actually repair while they're in a room like that. That would be interesting to see. Oh, the fire went out. That's crazy. Alright, well, we're going to firebomb them now in the weapons, just for fun, and we're going to send our guys back to their own ship to get healed up. The helm is destroyed, so they're not going anywhere for the time being, and if we can get other rooms damaged, that will work out well for us. Although that was unfortunate timing there, they managed to get right through our defenses. We're now going to firebomb them in the medbay and jump back in a second once we get our people all healed up. Firebomb them in the medbay, please. Make it so they can't be healing. There we go. And get these guys back where they need to be. We're taking a lot of damage here from these lasers. More than I was expecting. The medbay is healing them very quickly, and they already put the fire out. That's not good for us. We need to keep them from repairing the helm. So if we can get another firebomb in the medbay, that would be great. One more firebomb in the medbay, teleport in there, and we should be able to hold them off once that happens. Yes, we should. The odds of them being able to... Oh, no, they did repair! That's not so good. We need to get damage in that room right now, otherwise we will lose our crew in a second, and that would be terrible if that were to happen. I'm going to keep fighting these guys, but that room has a lot of health, doesn't it? Firebomb in the helm. Hopefully that'll... we missed. Hopefully that'll be enough. Hopefully they don't run away super fast. Ah, they've given up. They are delayed because the fire has spread to a nearby room, and they ran to try and put it out there instead. That worked out well for us. We're going to firebomb into this room, though, so they cannot repair. Okay, that was a waste, but that's okay. Our guys are dying still, though, so we're going to have to get them out of here right now. It's unfortunate. This is not working out quite as well as I would like, but if we get lucky here, we should be able to blast them with firebombs right as they fix the fire from the previous firebomb, and they're not going to be able to repair any of that damage or get out of there because the ship is on fire. Oh, I missed it. Oh, I misclicked. I didn't need to do that. That was a waste. The guy gave up on repairing the room just as I clicked the button to burn it again. As the fire spreads, though, they're going to have nowhere else to go, and they will wind up all dead. We're going to jump in here and help speed up the process, because they are going to run over to us and give themselves to the death. Ares and Mars killing off the crew. The ship goes silent, and we're relieved to know that we're one step ahead of the fleet still. We get 1 fuel, 1 drone part, and 34 scrap, and I bet you they were right on the verge of running away, because they were so close. We gave them so much time there. It was a dangerous maneuver. But it worked out in the end, although it did cost us quite a few rockets and quite a bit of hull. Hopefully we'll be able to repair that damage soon. So, since that's all that we have to do with that, let's keep moving. We have another distress beacon right in front of us. Let's see what they want. You never know. Especially not in a homeworld sector like this one. We follow the distress beacon to a small asteroid field, where we find a small ship struggling to maneuver through. They message us saying, "Help! Our shields are down, and they don't know how much longer we can last!" So we offer to beam them aboard our own ship with our... with our teleporter. Zoop! They reluctantly agree. Once aboard, we watch as their ship crashes against a massive rock. They thank you, but say, "I don't know what we'll do without our ship. As the captain, I feel obligated to help you with your mission." There's our free 8th crew, Jill. That's too bad you weren't a cool alien. You'd be useful that way, but as it stands, whatever. I will probably replace you later on. Let's keep moving. We have a store here, we have a beacon over there, we got lots of beacons over there, we got lots of beacons over there. We're probably going to fly around this way. Do we have anything we can sell? I believe we do. We have a defense drone, but I might keep that. I might get a drone bay and power it that way, so we have extra defenses against enemy rockets. As it stands, I think we're going to keep everything we've got, because we have a pretty nice selection of items at present, and I don't really want to give them up for no reason. So we're going to jump forwards and see what we can find. Ooh. We spot a Mantis ship hunting in the distance. Let's aid the civilians they're hunting. That's a big Mantis bomber. I like it. We frown, power up weapons, and prepare to engage the Mantis. Not today. They're going to be boarding us with a pair of Mantis, which is not going to work out the best for us, but we're going to get in there and help out. Oh, Reagan, you're taking damage fast. Okay, Reagan, you get out of there. We're going to send Jill in for support. We're going to actually send... I want to send Mars into that spot. Jill, you're going to go here. Mars, you get into that second spot, please. Jill, you're coming in for support. And you know what, Walker, you get in there for support too. We need as much backup in there as we can, because those Mantises do a lot of damage, so we need to help counteract that with some firepower of our own. They have some big missiles too, and that's not good. They're going to be able to hit us with at least one of those before we get out of here, unless we get really lucky and they miss a whole lot. We are going to set fire to medbay though, right now, before that guy gets in there and starts healing again. He burned to death in the explosion. Great for us. Send these guys over to the medbay. O'Regan, you're going to come back over here. Walker, you get out. Jill, you get out. Okay. If the missile misses us, that will be great. If not, we are going to be in trouble, because that is a breach missile, and it smashed our teleporter, just about killing Ares. That would have been really bad. Guys, get in there and repair that breach, repair that teleporter, because we need to get into that ship right now. Right now. We're going to firebomb them again. While that medbay is damaged, there's no reason not to, and the fire has now forced them out of the room. We could go in and kill them off pretty quickly if the teleporter was active, which it now is, so we're going to get into that ship and kill them, hopefully before they hit us with another breach missile. Get these fine gentlemen in there. Ares and Mars, this is your chance to shine. Get in there and save our ship. They missed us, which is great. We're going to get in here and kill the Mantis at the helm, and then the NG should come running to his death. Yes, he does. Well, we pummel the helm a little bit for fun. Down goes the NG. Whew. No more life signs are detected on the pirate ship, so we hasten to contact the civilians. We get a missile, a drone part, and 56 scrap before we do, and when we contact them, we discover that the crew did not survive the assault. We take what we can from the range of the ship, which is 3 fuel, a drone part, and 30 scrap. Alright, we took a lot of damage, though, recently. We've taken a lot of pummeling in these recent fights, and that's not the best for us. Everyone else is at full health, though, I believe. Oh, Thor took some damage. Look at him in the medbay as well. Horus has hardly even been touched. I don't think anything has actually hit our helm. I had no one to talk about you there for you, Horus. You've just been chilling out. We could do some additional upgrades, but I think we might go back to the store and buy some repairs, because this is fairly dangerously low. I don't like being less than 10 health. An NG ship hails, saying, "Engine upgrade necessary for travel home. Sale of equipment necessary for engine upgrade." Well, I'm glad I can help you then. We could try and buy a drone control or even a cloaking system. That might make things even better for us, though. That could be pretty darn cool. Let's upgrade some repairs back up to at least 10. Now, what do we buy? Drone control, get our defense drone up and running, or cloaking system? I think cloaking is the better choice. It gives us the ability to dodge damage, which is what we really need. Cloaking system it is. Being able to not get hit by things is much more fun than being able to be hit by things. Let's come in here and power up our systems. We have the resources required. We already have that. Let's buy in ship a power bar for that. We can take our power out of the medbay and put it in the cloak now. We have a level 2 cloak, which should be more than enough for us to wreak some more havoc. Looking good here so far. Looking good. Keep jumping. We got a nice red star here, a nice red planet. Scans reveal a large asteroid field nearby. Short-range scanners may discover useful material while we wait for the FTL drive to recharge. This could be dangerous. We could lose all of the repairs we just did. Let's do it anyway. Boop. We happen across an abandoned mining site where a single mining drone was left behind and could be repurposed. We get 1 drone part and 37 scrap. Lovely. Quest beacon right over here. Let's do that, I guess. Why not? See what's going on over here. Shortly after we arrive, the ship we were escorting jumps nearby. They thank us for our help and offer us a reward. 1 fuel, 1 drone part, and 58 scrap. I guess that's better than a kick in the teeth. Although I was kind of hoping to fight someone, because that'd be fun, but whatever! Not gonna complain. We also have just the right amount of time to get to the exit before we have to push forwards. So we'll jump to the exit and see what we can get there. Anything nice here for us? We have a nice modeled planet, and we find scanners showing intelligent life forms on a nearby planet. No match for them can be found in the database, so we move in to investigate. We land in a small shuttle in an enormous field, where the only occupants are small, brightly colored, 6-legged, horse-like animals. Could they be what our scans picked up? Well, Thor thinks they're called Sleipnir, but I'm not so convinced. We are going to try and communicate peacefully with these nice horsies. But despite communicating in every possible way, they just stand there, silently judging us with their large, expressionless eyes until we prepare to leave. Oh well, you can't win them all. Let's jump out of this place, and there's no rock home worlds. There never are. There's never rock home worlds. I'm sure it was like this one or this one. There's nothing we can do about it. We missed it. We're gonna go to a Mantis-controlled sector where we can fight people with fists and punches and fire. Slug-controlled nebula would be pretty good too, except for the fact that it's a nebula and I hate those. So Mantis-controlled sector it is. BAM! And as we arrive, this is of course one jump too many. We've entered a poorly charted area of space known to be home to the Mantis. Our hull plating is up to scratch, and we have enough fuel in the tank to make it through, so we shouldn't have any problems here. However, this is Sector 7, so this episode has to end here. Thanks for watching, everyone. This has been Vanguard of Valor with another episode of FTL on board the VSS Pantheon, a rock cruiser Type B. Now, if you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to like the episode. If you like the mods that are used in this episode, including Leakaz's DiversityMod, the Better Backgrounds and Planets mod version 1.2, or the high-res backgrounds mod, you can find the links to them in the description of this video. Thank you once again very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.